another edition to AK Option Trader. Hope you guys are enjoying your day off, Martin Luther King Day. I slept in up here in AK. We have to get up at 4:45 or so I can get a good half hour, 45 minutes before the market opens. Opens at 5:30 a.m. up here, so makes for long weeks when you get up that early every day and stay up at night looking at charts. So I appreciate a day off like this, and that's why I didn't put a video out last night. I'm going to go ahead and do it today when I'm fresh and energetic here in the morning, so let's jump right in. Let's start with the old Dow Jones. Well, I expected to have a big up move. Those of you who read the blog pretty much called it here on Thursday. Figured we'd have a star exactly like this. Figured we'd close flat, closed up 12, which is exactly what I thought. Did real well that day. Did real well this day on the Dow move. This day, I was expecting an up move here. I was expecting something along the lines of, where is it back here? Something like this. Not this big, but maybe 150, 200 point up move. Something like that. We did. We started open at 100, and then we sold off. And the minute I saw this gap open in the morning, I was nervous. I was nervous because I know when we usually gap up, we usually retrace back. I thought we would retrace back, fill the gap, and then rally, which we did, but it took a lot longer than I anticipated. So I did not do well. I ended up flat on Friday, a day I should have done very well. So I'm kind of angry at myself, but I lived and I learned. So it looks to me like our volume's in an uptrend. Our move, which is peaking with this downtrend of our down move, it actually looks to me like we have a little bit of an up move in the works here. We broke the steep downtrend right here. If it holds, we could actually have a little bit of an up move going into inaugural day Tuesday, which wouldn't surprise me at all, even through Wednesday or Thursday. Auctions expiration week's over. Got a fresh new month coming on. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a pop on here. Let's see if the other ones hold up for the same and look the same as this for that. Here's the S&P. A bit of trading in a channel you can see here. And an up channel with the 50% line really strong. I mean, that's where it's playing most of its game, right here in the 50% line. But you can see that it has a base down here where it's hit and broke out every once in a while. It hit this base last time, had a pretty good rally back up to the top. If it holds true to serve, and it's got to break this strong 855 and 38 fib line, it's a double resistance line. And it's going to have to break this with some volume, pop up, and then I could see it stalling out here and maybe hitting back up to the 975 area. So that would be pretty impressive. It's in the oversold area. It's in an uptrend here on the MACD. But I could see that happening. I mean, this is the first time in a long time I've been able to say that I could see something bullish happening. Technically, or speaking in market-wise, I don't see a reason for it. I mean, there really isn't a reason for a rally. But just looking at the charts, that's what I'm seeing. The Nasdaq is a little bit more complicated, a little bit more complex. It's still got the uptrend here on the MACD. It hasn't quite reached the oversold area, and it's really acting goofy. It's got some strength in a lot of its products. It broke this uptrend you can see here, came down, now it hit this base right here on this downtrend line, used that as support, bounced off this 1490 line, 1488, 1490 is serving a strong support, and then hit its head on strong resistance. It is caught in a weird area. It's got a reversal candle formed here. It looks like it should move up, but man, I'm not sure. It's just acting weird. I'm having a hard time with it. I have been playing the Qs intraday and doing well. Long term, looking at this chart, I'm not 100% sold on it. I mean, looking at the other two, I'd say up. And if this does rally, it's going to have to bust through this fib, which I don't think will cause a lot of problems. But I think it's going to hit some resistance right here in this trend line. You can see how it did on this one here. I think we're going to see the same thing here. So anyway, that's my 2 cents on that. And I know, clear as mud, right? Here's the VIX. Look at this bad boy. Remember I said this looked like a bearish flag forming a little bit? Well, it just kept rallying. Rally. Look at this candle. Man, that's a monster. It actually engulfed 2 days ago. It didn't engulf Fridays or Thursdays, but engulfed Wednesdays. Came up into the gray zone just like I thought. Drew out the gray zone a couple days ago into the in the blog, hit in there. I thought maybe it would stop near closer to the bottom of it, but it blew into there and then pulled back. And I wouldn't be surprised to see us test that again. I actually think we're going to be in a trading range in here from down in this area here to up in somewhere in the $50 area. I think we're going to play around in here for a while. That's my opinion. That's what I think we're going to see. Maybe topping out right in here. down to here. So, you know, volatility picking up and just kind of hitting that type of stuff there. Maybe actually have a normal market, a little bit of up and down move in the midst of an uptrend or something like that. I do still think long term I am bearish. I don't see any reason for the economy to recover. So I'm just thinking there's going to be some buyers and then bang, sellers are going to pop in. All right, now let's jump through some stock plays here. Here's one I've been watching, XLE. I like the base on here. You can see it's broken a couple times, but every time it's broken, it's kind of formed a little bit of an uptrend line here. This is one I was watching to get in on Friday, but I didn't like the move. I'm going to look and see if this line holds a little bit more, and then I'm going to try to play it up to the 50. It's just really in a real nice channel. I mean, it's not a perfect channel, but it is a nice channel that's playable from here up to here. From here up to here, $5 right now until it breaks out. So it's consolidating, decent volume, the volume's increased, decent volume on here. It's reaching the oversold area. Maybe another day or two, maybe on Tuesday. But just watch it. Might be one that we might be able to jump into and make a little money on. Let's look at a couple other ones. AGN is the ticker symbol. This is one I was looking at. Phone's ringing. Gotta pause. Give me a second. All right, sorry about that. That was for the boss, and she's not in. But we're worked to AGN. Here we go. I was looking at inverse head and shoulders here. You can see a shoulder, a head, and then a little bit of wave in the shoulder here. Comes up. So this is an either way play. If it breaks this, then we're going to look for it to keep going up. Okay, because it's inverse head and shoulders. This is going to provide support. It should move up and probably rally into this area up in here. I don't know, 46.50 or something to play it safe. If this holds as resistance, I'm looking for this bad boy to drop down to the, I don't know, 34.50 area, or yeah, 34.35 area, somewhere in here. All right. So you got a little bit of a gap here, but it's already been filled. But you know, somewhere in this area or somewhere up in this area. I just thought it was a neat chart pattern, and I like it, and I think it's playable one way or the other. I just don't know which way yet, and that's for your job to find out. I'm just throwing it at you to look at. AMX is the next one we're going to look at. AMX is I've been seeing a lot of these. This uptrend in a channel. So it's in an uptrend. It's in a channel. Pretty good trading range in there. This is one of them. So AMX hitting on the bottom near the oversold areas. Coming on up. It's going to bounce off this. Should bounce off this and move on up to the 37.50 area. So we're saying 34.50 or 34.50 is a safe target. 28.25 is a stop. AMX. So there's one. Let's try CCJ. I got to see how much time we got here. CCJ. So this is the same thing. I told you I've seen a lot of these on the bottom. Hold and serve here. It's not quite oversold. It is in an uptrend, which did get broke here. But this is another one I wouldn't be surprised to see it rally on up, blow past this fib, and come on back up here to the 22.50 area. I'm going to say $20 as our target, easy target, and then we'll say $17.50 as a stop on CCJ. How about Cisco, one of my old favorites? Here's Cisco here. See, increasing volume. This one had a real nice turnaround, but what I like about it, in fact, let's do something here. Let's go ahead and hide all the studies and just look at this one with a fib here coming on up. You got a gap here. It's coming on up, filling this trend line. Here's a nice uptrend line. This is one of those plays where it might bounce, rally up into here, hit it or get close to it, and then drop like a rock back down into here. So I'm actually looking for this for a down play to $15 to be safe, and a stop of 16.40. So if it breaks up here into the 60 beneath this candle here, I'm out of it. But this is one I won't get in until I see it. I'd like to see it move up and actually touch this line, and then I'll be short of it, of Cisco. And here's one I did real well on. Made I think over 100% on this last week. This is one I told you guys about. DRI came down. This is where I got filled right here on this candle. Came down and dropped like a rock. Filled the gap. I'm out. Now I'm looking for it to rally. I think it'll bust through this trend line and come back up. It had a nice gap, nice volume here with this gap. I think it's going to keep on going back up. So this is DRI. This is one to probably play on the upside. Did real well to the downside on it. HPQ, I want to show you this. Look at this bearish engulfing candle coming up to a trend line. I'd love to see it hit this. I don't know if it'll make it. I show you this one because it was on the front cover of Barron's. I expect a rally on it, and then I'm going to short it. It's going to have a Barron short. I think it's going to have a little pop. People are going to read the Barron article, buy this darn thing. I'm selling the other way. So anyway, that's just one.